In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on October 4th, 2022, and providing you with team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Detroit Tigers versus Seattle Mariners. The Detroit Tigers and Seattle Mariners will do battle in Game 1 of a doubleheader on Tuesday afternoon. The two teams are in the midst of a season-ending 4-game series that marks the end of the Tigers' season, but will determine where the Mariners will travel in the wild-card round of the American League playoffs. On the mound for Game 1 will be lefty Eduardo Rodriguez of the Tigers taking on fellow lefty Marco Gonzalez of the Mariners. Seattle will be moving on to the postseason after Wednesday's final game of the regular season, while Detroit will go home for the winter as they have for each of the last 10 seasons. Seattle has won 4 of the last 5 overall against Detroit, and the Mariners have won 14 of the last 18 at home against the Tigers. Detroit is baseball's worst at the plate, as the Tigers are last in runs scored and in slugging percentage. Making it more difficult for an already weak Detroit lineup will be a strong Seattle pitching staff that is 7th in team earned run average and has the 10th best batting average allowed at .235. Another factor in this game will be the fact the Tigers have 1 foot outside the clubhouse door on the way to their respective homes, while Seattle will be focused on continuing to play well, preparing for the postseason. So the Seattle Mariners money line is our full game side pick. Another big priority for the Mariners will be to get their bats going in this series. They should welcome back Julio Rodriguez in at least a few of these games, and with a lefty going, this would be a good spot for the star rookie center fielder. The Mariners are just 5-5 to the over in their last 10. The Tigers have played to the over in 3 out of Rodriguez's last 5 starts. The team has also allowed 7 or more runs in each of their last 3 losses. The Mariners bats will come alive in this afternoon affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus Cincinnati Reds. The season is coming to a close as the Reds host the Cubs in the final series of the season. Game 5 of the 6-game series will feature this National League Central opponents on Tuesday, September 4th. The Cubs have taken 3 of the first 4 games from the Reds. The Cubs are 4-0 in their last 4 Tuesday games and 11-1 in their last 12 overall. The Reds are 19-39 in their last 58 Tuesday games and 16-36 in their last 52 overall. The under is 18-7-1 in Cubs' last 26 overall. The under is 5-1 in Reds' last 6 home games. The Cubs are 8-3 in the last 11 meetings. The Chicago Cubs and Cincinnati Reds play their 5th game of their 6-game series. Only this time it will be game number 2 in Cincinnati on Tuesday. Heading into Monday, the Cubs have really turned it on of late, winning 11 of their last 12 games, including sweeping all 3 games against the Reds in Chicago. The Reds are trending the complete opposite way. They have only won 6 of their last 25 games heading into the home half of their series against the Cubs. Chicago will be looking towards right-hander Javier Assad for the start on Tuesday. Assad has been a great addition to the Cubs rotation ever since he joined near the end of August. He is 2-2 in 7 starts with a 3.45 earned run average and a 1.53 WHIP, and is coming off a game against the Phillies in which he pitched 5 innings, allowing no earned runs on just 5 hits. The Reds will hand the ball to right-hander Luis Cessa, who was moved from the bullpen to the starting rotation near the end of August. He has been mediocre since making the switch, going 1-3 in 9 starts with a 4.62 earned run average and a 1.33 WHIP. With pitching this close, look to the value for the bet, which sides with the Cubs. They have been playing better lately, just swept the Reds, and are getting the better line as the underdog. So the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. Chicago is averaging 3.9 runs per game, while the Reds are averaging 2 runs per game. The offense for each team has struggled and have not been putting tons of runs across the board. The under is 5-1 in Cubs' last 7 games versus a starter with a WHIP greater than 1.3. The under is 4-0 in Reds' last 4 Tuesday games. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Cardinals versus Pittsburgh Pirates. The St. Louis Cardinals have a couple more playoff tune-up games with the Pittsburgh Pirates this week. They travel to Pittsburgh to play the fifth game of a six-game home series on Tuesday. The Cards have clinched the National League Central and will have the third seed and will face the sixth seed, probably the Phillies. Until then, there are two more games in the regular season. Bryce Wilson will get the nod for the Pirates on the second last day of a long and painful regular season. He tallied up 6 strikeouts over 8 scoreless innings Wednesday in a no-decision versus the Reds. He has pitched well lately but still boasts a 5.53 earned run average entering his final start of the season. Pittsburgh has been hammered from the mound this year and is the primary reason why they are in last place in the National League Central. They have allowed the third most runs in the majors and hold a bottom 5 staff earned run average in WHIP. Further, they have been brutalized by the Cardinals at home this year. They have lost 16 of their last 19 games against the Cardinals at PNC Park. Hudson closed out August with 4.2 innings and 5 earned versus the Reds. He was then briefly optioned to AAA and he's made 2 appearances in the majors since then. Hudson has done pretty well overall in those, with 11 combined innings, 9 hits, 3 walks and 0 earned. If he can keep it going and notch a quality start here, the Cardinals should be fine. So the St. Louis Cardinals money line is our full game side pick. The first 2 games of this series went over the total, and 7 of their last 10 meetings head-to-head this season have gone over the total. This one is headed to the over zone 2, as we have a terrible Pirates pitching staff that ranks 26th in team earned run average and 29th in bullpen earned run average. Wilson had a good outing last time out, but he has an earned run average over 5, so don't expect the type of mastery he had last time out against the Reds. While I expect St. Louis to rest its pitchers, some of its sluggers could play, like Paul Goldschmidt, who still has a shot at the batting title and is an MVP candidate. It has been another awful season for Pirates fans as they sit in last place in the National League Central entering the final 2 days of the year. They have some good pieces offensively, and as long as they can shore up their starting pitching for next year, they have a shot at being competitive. That is not the case this year, but they will presumably be facing one of the Cardinals' unproven bullpen arms to open this game. St. Louis averages 4.77 runs per game, good for 5th in the majors. They will have their way with Bryce Wilson, who has struggled at times for the Bucks this year. The total number has gone over in 6 of 8 meetings between these 2 National League Central foes. Look for a lot of runs here. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.